In a world where continents shift and climates change, an entire sea has vanished. This world is an ever-evolving tapestry of geological wonders, where the very ground beneath our feet is subject to change. Majestic mountains rise and crumble. Forests expand their verdant reach, then recede. Arid deserts grow and shrink with the whims of nature. Rivers, those eternal sculptors of the landscape, carve out valleys and create vast plains as they constantly change their course. But what happens when something as massive, as seemingly permanent as a sea, simply disappears? This question has plagued historians, geographers and scientists alike, their respective fields, searching for evidence, clues and answers. In the heart of this scientific mystery there exists a missing piece, a gaping void where once thrived a busy marine ecosystem. We find ourselves standing before a riddle wrapped in a conundrum. How does a sea, so vitally interconnected with the planet's patterns and marine life, vanish without a trace? The ripple effect of such an event would be cataclysmic, not just for the immediate environment, but for the entire world. The consequences would be both immediate and far-reaching, altering the course of history and shaking the very foundations of our understanding of Earth's dynamic geology. Through tireless research and exploration, we inch closer to the truth, peeling back the layers of this complex puzzle. Yet much like the elusive sea itself, the complete picture remains just out of reach. Welcome to the enigma of the missing medieval sea. This tale begins in the Middle Ages, an epoch steeped in the lore of knights, noble quests and towering stone castles. It was a time that thrived on the chivalrous code, the age of the troubadours, of damsels and dragons, of jousting tournaments and grand courtly feasts. An era of distinct contrast where bravery and savagery often danced hand in hand. But it was more than just an age of gilded armors and grandiose fortresses. For it was also a period of far-reaching geographical transformations that shook the very core of our planet. Within this backdrop, a pivotal event occurred that altered the cartographic face of our world forever. A tremendous body of water, a sea so vast and profound, vanished from the earth. As if swallowed by the very land it surrounded, the water disappeared, leaving behind a void that would confound humanity. It was not a gradual trickle nor a slow evaporation over decades, but an abrupt, swift disappearance, as though the sea had been there one moment and gone the next. This event, extraordinary as it was, is not a concoction of fanciful myths or the stuff of legends. It's not the figment of a bard's imagination or a tale spun by a fireside minstrel. No, this was a phenomenon firmly rooted in truth, a reality that had carved its mark on our world. Over the centuries, this mystifying event has baffled the greatest minds of humanity. The most brilliant of scientists, the most erudite historians, and the most intrepid explorers have attempted to unravel Enigma. They have pored over ancient texts, examined age-old maps, and conducted extensive research, all in an effort to understand what could have led to such an extraordinary occurrence. Yet, despite their extensive efforts, the riddle remains unsolved. A testament to the complexity and unpredictability of our world. It's a historical truth, a mystery that has puzzled scientists and historians for centuries. The missing medieval sea, known as the Sarmatian Sea, once sprawled across what is now Eastern Europe. This body of water was not an insignificant feature of the landscape, but rather an expansive force of nature that reshaped the geography of our world. Stretching over vast expanses of land, cutting through countries and cultures, it laid the groundwork for a unique ecological and historical landscape. This sea was more than just a body of water. It was a behemoth that extended its reach from the chilling waves of the Baltic Sea to the mysterious depths of the Black Sea. This was no mere pond. This was a vast inland sea. It was colossal, a formidable aquatic expanse that dwarfed many of today's largest lakes. Over the centuries, it played host to an array of diverse marine life. From the smallest plankton to the largest whales, the Sarmatian Sea was a bustling underwater metropolis. Every wave, every ripple, every breath of the sea was teeming with life. It was a marine sanctuary, a haven for those who thrived beneath the water's surface. The Sarmatian Sea was more than a biological wonder, it was also a vital artery for trade and commerce. Goods and ideas flowed along its waters, bridging cultures and civilizations. It was a meeting point for merchants, explorers, and travelers alike. Its waterways as a lifeline for societies, fueling economic growth and fostering exchange of ideas and innovations. Just imagine the variety of vessels that would have sailed its expanse, a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of exploration. The Sarmatian Sea was nothing short of a maritime superhighway, a major route for trade and travel. Despite its eventual disappearance, the legacy of the Sarmatian Sea lives on. The cultures it nurtured, the creatures it harbored, and the trade it facilitated continue to shape our world today. It was home to a unique ecosystem, teeming with life, and it was a major route for trade and travel. But sometime around the 12th century, it began to recede. A process that happened gradually yet relentlessly. This was not an overnight metamorphosis. It was a long, slow retreat that was almost unnoticeable at first, yet its effects were felt far and wide, transforming landscapes and disrupting ecosystems. As the centuries rolled by, the sea began to shrink in its grandeur. The once vast expanse of water started to reveal hints of the earth beneath. The edges of the sea began to fray, slowly encroaching on the once flourishing heart of the sea. As the 13th century gave way to the 14th and then the 15th, the transformation continued, unimpeded and inexorable. This once teeming aquatic universe was now beginning to show the signs of desolation. An unruly and dramatic reduction of this sea was taking place, transforming it into a shadow of its former self. By the 16th century, this process had become markedly evident, visible to the naked eye. It was not just a physical transformation, it was also a shift in the sea's identity, from a vast, all-encompassing entity to a dwindling, fading remnant of a once glorious past. The transition continued through the 17th century, when it had all but disappeared. The once mighty sea had now morphed into something almost unrecognizable. A transformation so stark, it was as if the sea was merely a memory, a figment of the past. Its majesty, its grandeur, its vitality, all lost to the relentless march of time. Today, all that remains are a few isolated lakes and marshes, ghostly echoes of a once mighty sea. So, what happened? How did an entire sea simply vanish? It's a question that has baffled scientists, geographers, and historians alike. It seems the answer to this enigma isn't linear or straightforward. Instead, it's woven from a complex tapestry of both natural and man-made causes, a blend of environmental and human factors that resulted a cataclysmic outcome. As we delve deeper into this mystery, the first thing that emerges is the undeniable role that Mother Nature played in this scenario. The Earth, our home, is a living entity that is continually evolving and adjusting itself. Climate change, a natural yet powerful phenomenon, was one of the proverbial dominoes that fell. Over the centuries, the Earth's climate has experienced dynamic shifts, cycles of warming, cooling that affected the entire globe. In this particular region, the climate was shifting, morphing into something starkly different. The area was becoming increasingly arid, with rainfall becoming a scarce commodity. The once lush, fertile lands were gradually transforming into barren, sun-scorched expanses. This shift resulted in a substantial decline in the amount of water flowing into the sea, but nature the only guilty party. Human intervention played an equally significant, if not more substantial part in this tragedy. Rivers that once flowed freely, feeding the sea with their life-giving waters, were manipulated and controlled. They were diverted for irrigation purposes, their waters used to quench the thirst of burgeoning human settlements and nourish the crops that sustained them. This wasn't all. Industry, too, played its part. Water was diverted to power factories. To support human endeavors, sought to transform raw materials into goods. Water consumption increased exponentially, but the sources remained finite. This led to the catastrophic dip in the sea's water level. As a result, the once thriving sea's water level dropped, a slow and steady decline that spelled doom for its inhabitants. The sea's salinity increased, transforming nourishing waters into a harsh, punishing environment. The ecosystem was thrown out of balance, and the sea life, unadapted to withstand such drastic changes, found it increasingly difficult to survive. Over time, the sea, once teeming with life and a vibrant part of the Earth's ecosystem, became a salty, inhospitable environment. The life it once cradled in its depths perished. Choked by the increasing saltiness of its waters, it became a ghost of its former self, and the sea life died out. But there's more to it than that. The disappearance of the Sarmatian Sea wasn't just another geographical phenomenon or a mere footnote in the annals of our planet's history. This disappearance was a transformative event, one that had profound and far-reaching impacts on the course of human history. Let's delve deeper into this. The Sarmatian Sea, once a bustling hub of activity with its waves lapping on the shores of many thriving cities, was known far and wide for its vital role in trade. Centuries ago, merchants, sailors and explorers seeking fortunes would traverse its expansive waters, carrying precious cargo from one corner of the world to the other. The sea was a crucial link, a maritime highway that connected different lands and economies, fostering international trade and cultural exchange. However, when the Sarmatian Sea vanished, its disappearance brought about abrupt changes in these trade routes. Long-established pathways that relied upon the sea became useless overnight, forcing merchants and traders to seek out new routes, to voyage into unknown territories, and to innovate in ways of transporting their goods. These changes were not just logistical, but brought with them a whole new set of challenges and dangers, transforming the lives of those who on sea trade for their livelihoods. But the impacts of the sea's disappearance extended beyond trade. It also had significant political implications, changing the balance of power in the region. Cities and kingdoms that once flourished on its shores, who owed their prosperity and influence to their access to the sea, suddenly found themselves landlocked. Stripped of their strategic advantages and the wealth that came from sea-based trade, these cities and kingdoms were exposed, vulnerable, and susceptible to invasions and power shifts. Some survived, some faded, and some emerged more powerful, reshaping the geopolitical landscape of the region. So you see, the disappearance of the Sarmatian Sea did much more than alter the physical features of the Earth. It altered trade routes, forcing merchants to seek new ways to transport their goods. It changed the balance of power in the region, as cities and kingdoms that once relied on the sea for their wealth found themselves landlocked and vulnerable. And it left a lasting mark on the landscape and the people who lived there. This majestic force, the sea, has retreated, but it has left behind a treasure trove of gifts that have shaped the region's destiny in ways unimaginable. It's a region where history is etched into every corner, where the echoes of the sea's grandeur reverberate in every rock, every blade of grass, every grain of soil. The soil, a legacy of the sea's retreat, is a remarkable testament to nature's generosity. It is incredibly rich in minerals, a potpourri of life-sustaining elements that form the bedrock of this region's wealth. The sea left behind not just water, but the secret to survival and prosperity. The soil is the foundation of the region's agricultural prowess. It is some of the most fertile ground in all of Europe, nurturing a plethora of crops that have sustained generations and driven the local economy. The sea's influence extends beyond the physical and seeps into the very psyche of the region's inhabitants. The people here carry within them a deep, profound cultural memory of the sea. It's as if the sea, with its rhythmic waves and ceaseless motion, has imprinted itself on their collective consciousness. It has shaped their identity, their beliefs, their practices, and their worldview. Their folklore is a rich tapestry of tales and songs, a vibrant dance of memories and experiences, woven with of the sea. The sea finds mention in their folk songs, their stories, their fables, and their myths. It appears as a character, a symbol, an event, a metaphor, and more. It has left an enduring impact on their rituals, their traditions, and their celebrations. Traces of the sea linger in the region's festivals, its cuisine, its art, and its crafts. It's in the pottery made with clay from the mineral-rich soil, in the vibrant blues of their textiles that mirror the sea's many hues, in the sea's bounty that graces their tables, in the ship motifs that adorn their homes. The sea's retreat may have altered the physical geography of this region, but its intangible remnants continue to live on. They live on in the lands so abundantly fertile, in the hearts of its people so profoundly shaped by the sea, and in their folklore and traditions. In the end, the mystery of the missing medieval sea is a tale that unfolds like the pages of an intense historical novel. It chronicles a story of change that is as inevitable as the passing of time, both natural and human. This narrative is an evocative testament to the sheer power of the Earth's climate and the enduring resilience of our planet. It's a compelling saga that reveals the enormity of the climate's might, a force that can shape continents, redirect rivers, and even make vast bodies of water completely disappear. This tale conveys a powerful lesson about the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. We as humans are part of a vast and web of existence. Each decision we make, every action we take, has a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate environment. It can leave an imprint so profound it can shape the world around us. The mystery of the missing medieval sea therefore serves as a resounding echo of the impact that humans can have on this planet. In this grand story, it's not just about the change, but also about the response to that change. How organisms, ecosystems and civilizations respond to such tectonic shifts in their environment forms the crux of this narrative. It's a remarkable testament of adaptation and survival, a chronicle of resilience that's etched into the very fabric of life on Earth. It is a story of how life can reorganize, adapt, prosper, even when circumstances are relentlessly challenging. It's a tale of change, yes, but it's also a tale of hope. The world may transform, climates may alter, seas may disappear, but life finds a way. This narrative serves to remind us that we're not passive observers in this grand spectacle of life. We're active participants, capable of both causing and responding to change in remarkable ways. This tale of the missing medieval sea teaches us about the impermanence of our world and the potential for transformation inherent in life itself. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of change and the resilience of life. It's a tale of adaptation and survival, of how people and ecosystems respond when the world changes around them. As the sea vanished, the world adapted. This wasn't an instantaneous event, but rather a slow, gradual change. At first, the change was imperceptible. A slow drift of sand, a gradual decline in water levels. Yet over time, these small changes added up. The land began to dry out, the vegetation began to die off. The animals found themselves in a new, harsher world, but with these challenges came opportunities. New niches opened up, spaces and habitats that hadn't existed before, and this is where magic happened. New species moved in, adapting to the harsh desert conditions. Insects that could survive in arid conditions, plants that could draw water from deep beneath the ground, animals that had evolved to tolerate extreme heat. All of them found a home in this new environment. But the changes were not confined to the natural world. Human cultures too were affected. New cultures emerged, shaped by the landscape around them. These cultures developed unique ways of living, adapting to the new conditions just as the plants and animals had done. The landscape was forever changed. The sea that had once been there was replaced by desert, a testament to the power of nature. But in this change there was also beauty. The missing medieval sea is a mystery, but it's also a testament to the resilience of life on Earth. And so the tale of the missing medieval sea is a tale of transformation, a testament to the constant state of flux that defines our planet. This mysterious ocean, once a vibrant ecosystem teeming with sea creatures, is now just a chapter in the Earth's geological history, a symbol of the unyielding and relentless nature of change. This saga unfolds the fascinating process of evolution and decay, showcasing the dynamic and mutable features of our world. It takes us on a journey through time, exploring the age-old processes that have shaped the Earth's landscapes. From towering mountains that have gradually been eroded by wind and water, to expansive deserts formed by the shifting sands of time, everything we see around us is a testament to these ceaseless transformations. The of the medieval sea is just another instance of this constant metamorphosis. This tale also underlines the significant role that humans play in shaping the Earth. Through our actions, we often accelerate the process of change, sometimes with irreversible consequences. This tale of transformation is not just about geological shifts, it is about the influence of mankind, the ultimate architects of change. Moreover, it prompts us to reflect on the concept of permanence. What we perceive as permanent is often just a moment in the grand scheme of things. Even the largest seas and mountains are subject to change, subject to the inexorable march of this tale, encourages us to cultivate a deep appreciation for the fleeting beauty of the natural world and to be more mindful about our impact on it. In this context, the missing medieval sea stands out as a stark reminder of the impermanence of even the most seemingly permanent features of our world. It highlights the profound ways in which humans and nature can shape and reshape the Earth. The tale of transformation continues, shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it. Whether it's through the shifting of tectonic plates or the redirection of rivers, the story of the missing medieval sea is an intriguing preamble. It introduces us to the vast and complex world of geology. The forces that shape our planet are not static. They are continuously in motion, continually transforming our world in remarkable and often unpredictable ways. From the earthquakes that shake our continents to the volcanic eruptions that spew molten lava, these forces are responsible for the ever-changing landscapes that surround us. The missing medieval sea is a perfect example of this. Imagine a vast body of water, teeming with life, touching the shores of medieval kingdoms, and then disappearing without a trace. It sounds like the stuff of legends, right? But it's not. It's a chapter from our planet's geological, a testament to the constant changes that our world undergoes. This sea's vanishing act was not a sudden event. It was a gradual process that happened over centuries. It was shaped by the shifting of tectonic plates, the constant motion of the Earth's crust that can cause oceans to form, mountains to rise, and seas to disappear. This movement is not visible to the naked eye, but its effects are profoundly felt. Another factor in this sea's disappearance was the redirection of rivers. Rivers, with their relentless flow, are a powerful force of nature. They can carve out valleys, create fertile deltas, and in this case, help to drain a sea. A river changing its course is a slow, steady process that can have a dramatic impact on the geography of an area. Through these natural processes, the once thriving medieval sea vanished into the annals of geological history. Its disappearance serves as a stark reminder of the transient nature of our world. It is a humbling testament to the ever-changing, ever-evolving landscapes that make up our planet. The story of the missing medieval sea is a compelling illustration of the dynamic and ever-evolving world we inhabit. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the past, into a world that once was. As we embark on this expedition, we venture into realms unseen, treading the path once walked by those long gone. We are not just observers, but active participants in a timeless dance. We're flitting through the pages of history, each moment echoing an era steeped in grandeur and majesty. Every second we spend together on this journey, we uncover a segment of our history, our heritage. We delve into the annals of time, exploring the vast expanse of what was once a thriving civilization. We touch the remnants of their culture, their art, their architecture. We listen to the stories hidden in the weathered walls of ancient ruins and try to decipher the meaning behind every etched symbol. We explore mysteries of the past, unraveling the secrets, one by one, bringing them to the light of our present. Every discovery is a testament to our collective history, a tribute to our shared heritage. The experience, each one unique, shapes our understanding, our perspective, enhancing our respect for our ancestors and the world they left behind. We marvel at the forces of nature that have shaped and reshaped the world, leaving their indelible footprints on the canvas of time. It's a fascinating study of the interplay between creation and destruction, evolution and extinction, emergence and dissipation. And as we ponder these profound truths, we realize that we are not merely spectators in a grand spectacle, but part of an ongoing narrative, a vibrant tapestry of life. We understand how this world, our world, is in a constant state of flux, a testament to the ever-changing dynamic of nature. And yet, despite this ceaseless transformation, the essence remains the same: a reflection of our past, a beacon for our future, into the mystery and wonder of our ever-changing Earth.